What do you think, and this is also for Max, like how would you get started with development? So would you tell people, okay, the first thing you have to do is learn Haskell? Or do you think it's enough to say, okay, you should start by setting up a Cardano node, or should you start by trying out Blockfrost and just querying information there or stuff like that? Um, how would you get people into development on Cardano?
To be honest, I think it depends on what you want to accomplish. If you just need some information from the blockchain, I think it would be certainly the good way to start looking at Blockfrost and checking out, okay, is there API capable of doing what I want? And then you simply use Blockfrost. I mean, it's a high abstraction layer. So if you just need the information, you fetch it from Blockfrost. But if you really want to get into the network, into the blockchain stuff, I think it makes sense to first check out the architecture. How is Cardano set up? What are the different core tools and how are they working together? So essentially, you should understand what is a Cardano node for, what is a stake pool, what is how is the network working together? And then I would say if you know the basics, depending on what you want, you should maybe start using Cardano CLI or something like that to really try and sign a transaction via the command line, which is sure not convenient, but maybe you should do that once or twice. And then you can go to the high level tools Sasha is mentioning, and we are also using because um, at the end, it does not make sense for new developers to just use the l- least abstracted way to do the things on Cardano. It makes more sense to use the existing tools Sasha is talking about, which do the things for you and have a higher abstraction. So I would say if you really want to get into it, don't only use the higher abstractions, but try it yourself once or twice with the lower abstraction tools or the CLI, and then you go back to the higher abstractions. So you have the big picture in mind, how everything is working technically.
Yeah, the first thing for new developers on Cardano would be to install a Cardano node and to play around a little bit with testnet and with the Cardano key. The Cardano key has made a lot of improvements in the last month, and in Alonso era there is a lot of new features were invented into the CLI, where you have, for example, where you don't have to calculate the fees for yourself and such things. You can this can all be done by the CLI itself. So the raw functionality which we implemented in NFT Maker Pro is not longer necessary any longer. So you can just start, and it is not so difficult to understand. If you want to choose a programming language for Cardano, I would not start with Haskell, of course. It's as I said, it's functional, and it's yeah, it is not so easy to understand. Just take Python and try a little bit, play a little bit around with it, and use the high level AP functions from NFT Maker Pro or from Blockfrost or from other providers like Koios or something like this.